Welcome, good evening everyone. Hello. We're playing Keio Flying Squadron today, and it has been a while once again, but at the same time, if I wouldn't stream it today, I would have to spend even more time without playing it and without practicing it, and my skills would have gone all rusty, and this is not really something I want to, right? So yeah, welcome for my very short, maybe 2 hours max stream today. Gokingenyo, generic username. Gokingenyo, Nyaruko, Gokingenyo, PPA. Gokingenyo, Alex, generic username. Thank you for the Stretch Plus Hydrate redeem. Thank you. Have both water and a can of Monster today. So, well, despite the stream not being on the longer side at all, this will come in handy later in the evening when I will be working on some off-stream tasks. 2 hours of an audio stream is better than no hours of an audio stream. Yeah, I also thought so. I thought like, I mean, I still have to do a lot of stuff before going on a hopefully well-deserved break. At least I want to believe that it's well-deserved. But I kind of wanted to stream at least one more time before going on one, to have this proper kind of conclusion, especially since I did promise this yesterday, right? So yeah, here I am. Hello Lola, hello Dolph Lola. I've heard of this game. It appears to be to have this sort of like cult popularity, right? And I believe it's also severely I meant to say overpriced on the second-hand market. Hello, old man, Gokingenyo. Oh yeah, let's go right into the game. I don't know how talkative I'm going to be today, because I have spent some time thinking about it, and while it is a good skill to practice and to flex, being able to like properly communicate with the chat and hold up a meaningful conversation over a shmup of all genres, I think they would be better off leaving such topics to more like slow-paced kind of streams, like grinding and JRPGs, for example. 20-year-olds look very young. I believe we did look it up on the last stream, and she's like 14 or 13 in the original, but they had to age her up for the Western release. I understand if you want to log in and activate 100% Night and Gamer mode. I'm a bit hesitant about not talking at all. Because when I log in now while playing the games off stream, if it's something skill based, I usually go like completely silent. Yeah, 99% is better. Not really talkative like at all while playing games, so coming up with any sort of commentary was a skill I had to actively train and observe how other VTubers do it. Hello Boro, Gokingenyo, how are you feeling today? Oh, good actually. I guess it finally kind of like I finally started to feel that the break is right around the corner, and I just need to do this one final push. Not to mention now I did my longest run of this year today, so I'm kind of like pretty satisfied with myself. Longest both in terms of time and distance. How long? 7 kilometers. Are marathon running audio soon. Yeah, no. I wish I would at least go to my past level of running 10Ks at least. But I mean with like constant practice, it's not too bad. Keep that up and you'll be tournament ready. Yeah, I'm going to run in Arimakinen. Though the horse races are rather short in terms of distance. Arimakinen is like 3 kilometers long. This Nightingale bans everyone in chat and once he sees the game in one go. God, I wish. But I do not think I would be able to do that even if I was not streaming at all. Still a girl can dream, right? Like, where was the... Oh! It was going so well though. But yeah, I kind of didn't get to run for the entire last year, basically. I did briefly return to it in in the spring of 2024, and then I couldn't quite include it into my regular schedule, so this was another case of my skills going completely rusty. Not that they were anywhere near the substantially cool level, but still, I'm low-key proud of myself for being consistent, keeping up this stuff, just showing up to it regularly. What is your name? Thank you. Thank you for the gift. That's up to that guy. And that guy, hello. I wonder what is up with my throat. Kinda weird. So yeah, I understand that, like, I mean, 7K is objectively nothing to brag about, but since running is kind of like my only favorite type of sports activity, and I still wasn't able to commit to it in quite a long time, I guess I still am proud of myself to an extent. I think this is sports activity too, isn't it? I guess, yeah, but I don't see it as some form of structured workouts, if that makes sense, as opposed to running. It's not exactly the same. Wow. What am I doing here? Have you ever done any pre-recorded content before? Not really. Okay, I did post some vocaros of me reading stupid Audiolent copypastas at the local image boards back when I was like in 7th grade. But I don't know if that counts as pre-recorded content. See it this way, by running away from your workout schedule, you're still running? Technically, yes, but I do not think it activates the exact same muscles that actual running does, and neither does it bring the same benefits for your health. When I was secretly Audiolent nurse, there were plenty of girls who are more fitting for that title, and I'm not one of them, hopefully or not. But I did love her older content. Back in the day. JonTron game? Huh? Is it? I haven't watched a single JonTron video. But hello Tokyo, Gakininjo. Oh my god. No! Oh, oh, whatever. Want more like a few pre-recorded Let's Play style videos so that you can have as backup whenever you need to take extended breaks so snails don't suffer from withdrawal. Oh, that's actually quite a good idea, but obviously I won't be able to prepare anything of the sort for this break, but I will keep this idea in mind because I do remember how some of my YouTuber friends have been doing the same thing. And it's actually quite smart. The pre-recorded Let's Play style videos where I read the original and copy pastas for the snails. Like 95% of you guys don't understand a single word. Well, that's a terrible run so far. Learned about this one from Guru Larry. I do not know who all of these people are. Well, I obviously have heard of JonTron, but Guru Larry, I only know of Leisure Suit Larry. They also just smile and nod. That's an appropriate reaction, I guess, for this stuff. Well, and I know that I did say that I will log in and all that stuff, but I haven't been able to reach it at all. Guru Larry is one of the oldest YouTubers around. He knows a ton about gaming history. Oh, that's cool. I guess the problem is that I don't really watch any gaming related personalities online. It's not that I have some sort of strong aversion to them or anything, it's just that I don't know. I usually watch some other stuff as means of recreation. I guess it's because it's more important for those who treat YouTube as more of a job, since the YouTube gods demand that content continue to flow even if you're dying. Yeah, I couldn't care less about the algorithm stuff. I do get a bit insecure when I see that like I've been streaming less and stuff, but it's just because I think that it might come off as me underperforming for you guys, rather than the algorithm might not like it. I've never researched that stuff intentionally. It's fun to sometimes take a look at your metrics, but I do not really like take them for a gospel. Uncle Potego, I think we do miss you when you don't stream, but understand how the library committee can be demanding. I'm really happy that you guys are so understanding. I promise that I do my utmost best to stream every now and then, even in the busier periods. So I found out that the devs left, they forgot to remove the level select code from this game's demo. So you could access just pretty much like any level that you have reached previously in the demo version of this one. I don't mind, I just watch how I feel like. kind of like same. As I've said, I'm not strongly opposed to watching any of those people. Oh, one up, nice. Miss Nightingale's numbers are too low. She isn't hitting the impressions necessary to maintain her nightingale snails. Yet somehow you guys are still here, and I guess that means I'm doing just enough work. Work smarter, not harder, etc, etc. Plus, I'm a firm believer in 10 Montenegrin tenets that suggest I avoid work at all costs. You're on my... oh my god. You're on my VTuber spreadsheet. I got to knock you down a tier due to break. My apologies. Oh no. It's okay. I will recover eventually. Or maybe not. And this will also be fine. I do get kind of like self-conscious about the scarcity of my streams and all that stuff. But at the same time, if somebody was to unironically tell me that I'm going down a tier in their faves list because of this, I would have just thought that they don't deserve to watch me to begin with, and that I do not really need such people in my community. Like, good riddance.
Coming up next, Keio Flying Squadron Chapter 2.
Apparently the demo disc for this had the full game on it and could be accessed through the level select code. Oh, that's cool, I never knew that. Also, hello Mega Man Elric 16, Gokigen-yo. It's easy to be forgiven, so to speak, when one is being gifted wonderful things for free. This is how I see I died. Streamers I watch. Yeah, that's also a really nice approach you can have for it. Oh, the dongos are flying at me. Oh. Can you not? Thank you. Okay, this is a rather intense section. Perhaps I got to go quiet for a minute. And it's literally the second stage. What are you talking about? Are you going to grow stronger if you're approaching the second stage of the game? At this stance. Hello, come by Alex. Gokigen-yo. Welcome. I died. Don't get upset when you take breaks, but I don't miss when you aren't here. I guess it's important to understand the difference between the two, right? I do miss streaming every now and then though, when I don't get to do it for like longer periods of time. And I often catch myself thinking of like taking mental notes on things that happened to me, and thinking like, I should discuss this with the chat. Well, I actually do this the entire time. Like whenever something happens and I feel like I need to bring that up, I usually write down a line or two about it. It's kind of like to mention this on stream note. But it became so much of a habit that I basically do this pretty much regularly. Miss your maxing with the August vacation leave. I mean, pretty much, yeah. I was planning on spending this vacation on visiting the doctors, and then I realized they're all going somewhere else as well. So I was like, oh, whatever. I will book a trip somewhere nice myself then. Okay, the fighting flying cucumbers time. They're so annoying. Guess in this game, because like you have these extras, you can't really forget about the importance of actually spreading them around the screen to maximize the damage output, or rather the coverage of the screen. I'm just taking mental notes once again. Sorry. What? Okay, let's go grab. I mean, it's the same one, so whatever. Okay, I got to take a sip of Monster, sorry. Thank you for your email. Unfortunately, I'll be out of office till September. Pretty much, well, yeah. Artificial unit scarcity in order to manipulate and increase the value of each one. Not sure if it's working. I'm pretty sure that if somebody was to obsessively track my numbers, they would have pointed out how this is, like, I don't know, damaging my metrics or something. Actually, don't know if it's damaging them. Whatever. I mean, I see the same snails in the chat. So this means that at least the regulars are showing up. And I also see some new faces every now and then. So this makes me happy enough. Did you explain this break already, by the way? What do you mean explained this break? I won't be revealing my trip destination. Maybe once I'm back. I don't know. They just figured out how long and such. I will be back next Saturday, hopefully. But I don't know whether it's going to be like what exactly I'm going to stream and to like ease back into streaming. I mean, realistically speaking, if I was like anti-ing myself, I would have probably come up with an argument that nothing's going to change anyway for the night snails. You're used to me taking pretty much the same breaks every single week. And this time I figured I got to announce it in advance. Oh my god, this is so hard. Wow. Hey, let's target. That's so fun. This is chaos. Wait, chaos. So, yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Oh damn, it was going so well though. And it's a game over because I wasted most of my lives on the first stage. Charm points remaining, but her intelligent choices of interests and games make her streams easy to enjoy. Looking at numbers is, however, a mistake. This is the most commonly voiced opinion among the VTubers I've followed over the past years. Well, first of all, thank you. Second, I'm only speaking about this ironically, and I'm pretty sure most of the snails do as well. This is the usual I'm sick of my snails break then. No, it's not. No, it's not. But if you want to anti me, then you can spread this narrative all you want to. Just don't get surprised when the snails decide to collectively beat you up for this. Don't want to continue my projects at work, but the people therefore and whose input test trons I need are all on vacation. Yeah, that's a common problem. I mean, I did explain how I've encountered kind of like the same ordeal in the library committee recently because of the head librarian's vacation. A module and maxing because I'll use my August vacation to spend more time on the second job. That's awful. I'm going to take some proper rest eventually. And he's gonna get her gang of snails to silence me, try to scary audio. That's what you get for spreading defamation about me. If you want to take a break from streaming, please hand in an application with the reason, destination, and any other details 4 weeks prior. Huh, joke's on you, 4 weeks prior. The library committee requires us to plan out the entire schedule of your paid leaves for the year in advance, just so that it doesn't disrupt the flow of work, yada yada. Like, who cares? Because honestly, their logistics at work suck so much that even with all of the paid leaves planned in advance, it doesn't really make much more sense, because they still, like, every single vacation in the team, it still disrupts the workflow anyway. We did get nice Halloween snail outfits at least. We've got plenty of them. Flow, go. I don't really get this mindset of obsessing over whether a streamer is streaming or not. There are many things to do in life as is. That is also true, but I mean, for a lot of people, streams serve as this kind of like natural part of their routine, some sort of an emotional anchor to build their stability upon. Though I do agree that it might be a bit unwise to place so much faith into other people's schedules and to base your entire well-being upon it. Oh yeah, hello, welcome. I'm here to kill chaos. Yeah, I'm here to kill Kaosu Sensei from Comic Girls. Arrived into a conversation at that point, so I missed the mod set. That's fair. That sometimes happens to me as well when I'm, for example, answering to something in the group chat without reading the prior 500 messages or so. And everybody thinks I'm dumb because I'm providing the exact same points they mentioned before. Hit you like a slice of cucumber. That makes it all the more scary given that they also are a snail. People put streams in their daily routine as for the best of their regular. Hello, Stroner, go. I do get what you're talking about, but then again, you can kind of like observe your favorite streamer's schedule and decide whether it aligns well with yours. Because, for example, people who don't have any other tasks, chores during the day, or don't have a strict schedule outside of streams, they would naturally be able to stick to a proper streaming routine better. And at the same time, if somebody is kind of like yours truly, then expecting any sort of consistency 100% of the time would probably not be a really wise thing to do, even though I am trying. Well, need to keep the numbers below a certain threshold or we've failed at gatekeeping. True and real. This part is so difficult, like, oh my god. Oh, and I picked up the bombs instead of the gear or whatever that spinning thing is supposed to be anyway. It's really annoying when Miss Nightingale gets raided and they all get the warning, watch out, too popular alert on our Nightingale phones. Is it like the warnings from the Darius series? Big raid is approaching. Oh, I wish King Fossil raided me. Would be like, oh, I'm so honored, I'm a fan. Wait, there's also the electric fan. Imagine being a fan of the electric fan. What is this girl talking about? I'm sorry. What am I supposed to do? Go outside and talk to people? There are plenty of things you can do without interacting with other people, especially you don't have to talk to random people outside. That's kind of like scary and not required at all to have a good time. If anything, it's the opposite. I can't imagine it possibly bringing anything other than misery and suffering. My job has a policy like that, but it's not strictly enforced. Well, it is strictly enforced in the library committee. I don't care much for schedules and I don't mind the spontaneity, but I like the schedules if they look pretty. I hope you are enjoying my current schedule design because I'm really proud with it. Like, I've been using it for what, maybe 8 months already, and I just came up with it in this sudden spur of procrastination. And I feel like I really outdid myself there, because usually my ability to pull out a really nice design is not actually that good. Graphic design, I mean. I'm a social creature, that's why I randomly join streams and chat. I do crave social interaction, but the average person outside usually isn't interested in the same topics. Sorry, I can't relate. But surely I'm not the only streamer you watch, so hopefully my breaks don't really disrupt this flow of your life much. Electric fans are nice unless you live in Korea. You should schedule a doctor appointment. Actually, just a reference to one of my colleagues reminding us to take time off to treat our health. Yeah, but right now is probably not the best time for that because everyone and their mom are taking the August vacations. The also dreaded August vacation, the exodus, the mass exodus of doctors. But your colleague is actually right about that. You do have to take some time to spend on your health every now and then. Wave, smile, and compliment random strangers on the street. What's the worst that could happen? Being stalked and murdered or something? Meeting that one scary refugee lady that... that I had an entire character arc with in the beginning of this year. Though I still am alive, so... all is well, I guess. Well, I no longer am alive, but this applies to the game strictly. The current schedule style is pretty good for showing off the nice art you get. Yeah, I've been getting off a plethora of nice art recently. And both the artworks I commissioned and stuff the Nightingale Snails kindly provide for me. Been really happy with that. Like, whenever I get fan art, I'm like, wow, I'm an actual VTuber. That's crazy. I still, despite doing it for well over 2 years already, I don't quite fully have this grasp on what I truly am. And And I still, even to this day, perceive myself as more of a VTuber viewer than a VTuber. So yeah, it's really weird. Yeah. And when my family told me to save PTO for winter when the weather gets bad, so you can sit at home and get cozy. They probably are right, but isn't the weather pretty much always bad where you live anyway? Imagine implying there's nice weather in the Baltics. Crazy. Lower doctor ratio increases cute nurse encounter ratio, but the nurses are not going to accept you there if there's no doctor backing them up. I'm sorry I haven't commissioned any art, but I have been appreciating it. I'm a bad snail. No, that's not a strict requirement at all. It's not a requirement to begin with. It does make me happy, but I'm content with any form of support, and honestly support starts with just you guys showing up to my streams whenever you feel like doing it. Not necessarily even commenting, just watching me, and as long as that kind of like makes you happy, as long as I get to, I don't know, lift your spirits or help you unwind, or, well, you get it, stuff like that, whatever people are watching VTubers for usually, then I'm happy. And they couldn't have been more content with that. Like the rain and it keeps raining, so I'd say it's good. Ah, okay, so you're the same as me. You don't really perceive the conventionally bad weather as bad per se. Okay then, I'm sorry for this for this uncalled for jab at your country's climate. I ought to do better. Yeah. In Finnish, August is Elokuul, directly translated as Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon reference. Shock. When the word Elo has other definitions, the primary here being to live, so livelihood moon, but also interpretable as the moon you can live in. Hence, it is most appropriate for summer vacations. Oh, that's nice. I love it when words have this sort of like more complex etymology. It's really fun to look into. You know how Persona likes to make a point of how everyone has different masks? I do believe in that. The way I behave with you and the things I talk about are different to how I'd act elsewhere. Ah, okay, so when Yuno Nightingale is not streaming, you don't have a proper outlet for your Night and Snail personality that you show in my streams. And it gets all piled up, and it's not nice to hold things back, right? That actually does make sense, and I do relate to that in a way. I mean, it's the same for me. The streams serve as this outlet for me to behave in a way I usually don't get to behave in with a lot of my friends. Or maybe not. I don't know. I would have to ask some of my friends watching me for their opinion. It also definitely depends on the language I'm using, because my communication in Ojoland language, it's vastly different from how I talk to people in English. And it sets up the entire, like, even though my stance on things remain the same, the way I decide to word my thoughts and stuff, it changes a lot with these different language frameworks. But I guess it all boils down to the Sapir-Whorf theory about how language kind of like shapes us. And the same can be said about all of the tools we use. Gokigenyo Miguel, Gokigenyo Dustin, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wah. It's the same as ensuring you get a variety of nutrition, the minds need a variety of recreation. Oh, that is absolutely fair, yeah. And even the variety of, like, ways you can express yourself in. You must paint your fan art with your blood. I wouldn't want the snails to do that, but... painting an artwork of mine with my blood. That sounds a bit too messed up for me to do at the moment. They just started raining out of a sunny sky. I thought I'm going schizo and it's hidden from the raindrops. It's just me hallucinating insects in my skin or something. Wait, normal people don't usually, like... I mean, hallucinate is too strong of a word and I do not really want to use it here. But I thought it's quite a common sensation to have these tactical, maybe not hallucinations, but like illusions that your brain comes up with. Especially the insect related. As a child I used to think there were like insects crawling all over me the entire time. But it probably tied back to my more religious, weirdly religious mindset at that time. With like my own kid-like perception of one.
Coming up next,
Keep a copy of one of your VTuber cards in your wallet/purse so you can remind yourself, oh right, I'm a real VTuber. Oh wait, that's true. That's true, I could start doing that. It's a defense mechanism, it's 5 T-Clash. So that we can actually feel the insects crawling over us. And avoid some potential, like, consequences, the damage to our health. Your brain saying, hey, something's touching you. Yeah, but the point is, I was imagining that when nothing was touching me. I guess I just had a really vivid imagination as a kid. Something that kids, well, you know, usually do have. Why did I pick this one up? Maybe it was a spirit. Mayhaps. We will never know, because I'm no longer a kid anyway. Okay. No, you not to release the snail personality on. Snail starts being polite and differential and serving people in other places in life. How horrible. Just make sure you don't start a retail job and it should be fine and manageable. I swear the day I get to destroy this last car, it's so over for these Tanuki kids. Hello Chicken Coop, enjoy your Gokigenyo. Gokigenyo, welcome. I believe I might need a more focused shot here. Or try to survive with this one somehow. Or perhaps I should have picked up another ability instead. And yeah, spreading the damage is important. Maybe I just needed a bath. Stinky child, you know. Oh, maybe it was like that skin or something. Never know just how you look through other people's eyes. Right. Tactical hallucinations. Tactile, sorry. I can't believe I really call them tactical. In ancient times, you might have been a sacred hermit or a holy fool. Both sound nice for me. Could have just been itchy. Yeah, probably. Also, you know this tingling sensation in your limbs when you're growing? I was actually imagining my skin rupture and bones starting to appear through it. And when I was younger as well, I was like, oh no, it's over. How do you use checkers? You collect them. You usually can like buy a binder and just put them all there. Especially if those are the ones from your Oshi. You have a nice Oshi themed binder with your checkers. I think the only hallucination I can think of was seeing my brother walking down the hallway and then seeing him in the living room immediately after. Maybe you had a sleep paralysis. Or were you like completely awake at the time? What? No! Oh, no. Stop. It's so far. It's going to be real bad now. Okay, let's go. It's been nice knowing you guys. Okay, maybe like with these roosters I should avoid shooting them. Because they start producing such an insane amount of projectiles. I don't know how I'm possibly supposed to survive that. At what age did you realize that deodorant exists? Pretty early on, but I do not think it really saves you from that itchy feeling. It just removes the odor, hence the deodorant name. I was totally awake and it was opposite ends of the house. Maybe I saw a glitch in the matrix. Yeah, must have been one. It's just that instead of a cat, it was your brother. For me, the most vivid quote-unquote hallucination remains the tall devilish figure I saw when I was young. It was the middle of the day, so not quite sleep paralysis. Remember, like... I don't know. There are a lot of childhood memories for me that even if I didn't like vividly saw something, there was this certain sense of uneasiness in me imagining some... I don't want to call it hallucinations because it's like a medical term, and like I do not think those were the hallucinations. I just might have been a really imaginative kid as all. But yeah, I feel like sometimes your brain can generate the weirdest stuff as some sort of a stress response. Because I remember how my classmates in the elementary school, they pressured me to go take a look at the... they told me it was the corpse in the park. It sounds weird already. And it was like a cat's corpse, which is kinda messed up already. And you shouldn't be making your 8-year-old classmates stare at that. Oh, local corpse, yay! Yay. And it was exactly during the time there was a lot of like occult panic in the news. You know, like the Satanists killing the cats in the abandoned buildings, stuff like that. But they never mentioned it was a cat's corpse. Wouldn't have probably been less traumatizing otherwise, but still. But I for some reason thought that it was a human's corpse instead. And when they pushed me into the bushes where the dead cat was lying, I just weirdly imagined the human lying there instead. I was like, I could actually see it there. Despite it not being there really, like for a brief moment. And then I looked at the cat and it was rather gory instead. I meant to say indeed, not instead. Come to think of it, I promised this would have been a cozy stream. I don't know how we ended up having this sort of a discussion instead. One of my scariest childhood memories is when I took a nap and the sound that could usually be heard in that house Cyril became associated in that dream with being ominous. And then a train was rising through the house impossibly. This reminds me of a nightmare I had as a kid. Or, like, there was this car that nobody was ever using in front of our apartment block. Just your usual abandoned car, not quite in a good state anymore. And in one of my dreams, it somehow drove itself without any driver within it all the way to our 4th floor and barged into my apartment and killed my parents and then drove through the entire apartment and like it fell off from the balcony. It was such a scary dream. How could corpse underscore channel do this? Not this corpse. Not this one. Back in the day, I recall they had a TV show for investigating local occult mysteries. In retrospect, it was complete BS, but as a child, it seemed like something serious. Like literal Mexican chupacabra eating local cows. I also remember an episode about fire aliens kidnapping some farmer. Oh, but it was local! That's so cool though. Sounds like plenty of material for research. Creepypastas as well. When I was young, I took them a lot more seriously, and some nights I couldn't sleep just hearing rats snowing. Man, it's so scary. It's so much pressure just being a kid, just trying to grow up as a relatively normal person. I won't say as like a completely normal one. I'm dead. I remember how as a kid I used to be really scared of the what are they called in English? Also hive roamers. The conjoined twins, yeah. I used to be really fascinated with the concept, but at the same time, so utterly scared of it. Despite the technology of splitting them, I believe, was already available at the time. But I was still like really drawn to that stuff, and at the same time really weirded out by it. I was imagining how, I don't know, how I would be conjoined with another person. Conjoined twins? Why don't you just pull them apart? Great idea. You must be a renowned surgeon. Surely I couldn't come up with such a beautiful, wonderful idea otherwise. I once had a dream where my sister tried to stab me. I feel like somebody trying to stab you is like relatively normal nightmare material. As a kid, I couldn't beat Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2 because I was scared of the ghosts. Didn't beat it till I got older. Remember how my dad went to a work trip and he brought me like an alphabet book where there were like different words corresponding to different letters in the alphabet, right? And short poems about them. and some illustrations attached to them. And one of the words featured there was ghost, and there was like such a scary picture of the ghost. I always was like trembling in literal fear, asking my parents to skip that page when we were looking through the alphabet book. And yet now I grew to like the ghost so much, to the point of wanting to be one. It's crazy. Ah! Now you want to be a ghost? Yeah! Luna tells disturbing dreams and memories of your childhood. Pre-recorded. Sounds great, actually. I don't know why I decided to spam them, because it literally didn't work. Why would I do that? Do you have any like recurring motives in your dreams? For me, it's mostly old people and bald people for some reason. Luna takes a week off and Ozzy dies, we show jam implodes and war break out in Cambodia, Thailand. These events are surely all connected. Yeah, surely.
And what were
Let's try to keep the, well, strictly real world stuff and geopolitics especially out of the streams. But as for your favorite entertainers part, be it Ozzy Osbourne or Vichy Joe, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Or if you, I don't know, whatever else has happened recently, I haven't been keeping up this stuff a lot recently. Hulk Hogan also died, right? Speaking of my recent wrestler fan art. You might have had a twin as a fetus and ate it. That happens to many people and we have no idea. Yeah, I remember also thinking about that as well. But seriously? No, it's not as bad as the World Wars, but did we fail as a species? Yes, pretty much. Let's switch to some other topic, I guess. Last night I had a dream of my young self trying to be a hockey player. I think I was good at it, but it's funny to think that my unfit, asthmatic self would see this dream during the worst heat wave in national recorded history. Oh yeah, Karen was also complaining about the heat wave being unbearable. But a hockey player, I guess you're just yearning for the cold that comes with it. I recall as a kid finding a whole book of didactic material. It was basically just all pictures. I guess for some sort of speaking training with a teacher. Walking down the stairs by a river and then falling off used to be... Ah, okay, it's a separate one. As for the didactic material book, my grandma had plenty of those because she was working in like the orphanage. She's not a nice person though, not at all. And all of the kids were talking about her as of a pretty abusive person. Bald man or girls though? Bald man specifically, yeah. A lot of them also looked like that short bald guy from Sengoku Runs. I don't remember what his name was, but he was like a monk. Walking walking down the stairs by a river and then falling off used to be a recurring motive for me. I haven't had that one in a while though. Maybe you had a similar experience as a kid? Like playing in some dangerous place next to a river and then nearly dying? Or maybe it's your memories from your past life where you accidentally drowned. No idea. No idea. I misheard Baldman as Baltic Man, but what's the difference, right? Zombie Cash chasing me in my nightmares. Always so scary. He's not bald though. I do not know any bald Baltic man, actually. Whenever I'm driving a car in a dream, something unpleasant happens. This is because we as a kind were never predisposed to use cars ever. Your brain is trying to warn you. Your subconsciousness is like, this is not what we were meant to do. Please return to your proper ways. I would say sorry about the usual anti-car propaganda, but no, I'm not sorry. Reducing the supply of humans to increase the value in the womb. I'd love to crawl back to the womb sometimes. It must be so cozy in there. And you're just eating the entire time. I think I was yearning for the cold, or maybe the little table fan working overtime. On my bedside reminded me of the sound of hockey stadium underground practice rings and the cooling machinery there. You seem to be surprisingly aware of the environment they practice workout in. For a while, I kept having nightmares of failing classes. I graduated like a decade ago. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people could relate. Failing classes or like not showing up to an exam. We're basically conditioned by our schools to be like so anxious about it, even if we don't exactly feel it at the time, that we can feel repercussions even though literal decades later, when it shouldn't be worrying us anymore. Was this the witch grandma, or was it the great grandma? Sorry for not remembering. It's okay, my lore is very complicated. So the witch grandma was a great grandma, so she lived in the, like, I didn't get to meet her at all. It was like the end of 19th, beginning of 20th century. And then yeah, I have two grandmas who are currently alive, doing well. One is my grandma on my mother's side, and she's like super nice and classy and understanding. And going back to our yesterday topic, she, I would say, aged quite gracefully. Not in terms of appearance, but in terms of how she holds herself up in conversations and in daily life. And then I have the grandma from my dad's side of family. And she's a meanness. She's the most unpleasant person the world has ever known. It's really crazy. But she lives in the countryside, so thankfully my family doesn't really get to interact with her most of the time. But recently she's been getting a lot of health problems and she's been neglecting them quite a lot. So unfortunately my dad has to still like take a lot of care of her, despite her not being thankful for that at all. I mean, she's still her mother, and I guess a lot of people do feel that way about their parents, no matter how nice or unpleasant they are. But on experience, no, however, the location does resemble a local location, I know. Well, perhaps you just memory hold it because of how much it traumatized you, but it keeps resurfacing in your dreams instead. Based on Sen no Ikkyo? Oh yeah, Ikkyo was his name. Read half of his collected poems. I didn't know that he had a real-life prototype, huh? I want to read the remaining half. He has produced some wonderful early lyrics, in particular the subject of male love. I didn't know all of that. What the heck? Was he a Heian era monk? Or... That's really cool. Just to have school college dreams until the car dreams replace them really makes you think you moved up the society ladder or down. The way you want to look at that. It's my birthday, so... Why does Snail keep hiding all their birthdays? That's so nice. Happy birthday, Bradaria. I went out partying with friends last night and I'm going to spend time with my family tomorrow, so I'm trying to beat the hangover before tomorrow. Just try eating something carb heavy and drinking some strong tea as well. I'm pretty sure that you know how to, that you're aware of the hangover remedies well better than I am. Anyway. But yeah, happy birthday! Snail, stop being born. No, it's not the point I was trying to make. I was just surprised how it was two snail birthdays in like a literal row. You ever just fall asleep by the riverside and wake up in a wild fantasy land with little rhyme or reason? Fall asleep by the riverside? Yeah, no. Never. A social commentary on when kids turn only enough to drive and skip classes to drive around the town with their friends. Huh? Kids really do that? Don't you usually skip classes just to, I don't know, read eroge? Or okay, if it comes to socializing, to smoke behind the school or something. Why is she so mean? Brain problems? Life trauma? Who exactly is so mean? Me? Are you calling me mean? Is this the point you're trying to make? Ah, you mean my grandma. My grandma? I don't know, she's pretty old and I assume growing up in the rural parts of the audio land is not exactly a super nice experience anyway. So some people naturally don't really have the mental capacity to avoid these experiences shaping them up into unpleasant and undesirable people. It's rather typical for old people to resort to meanness in order to exert authority and gain benefits that they would otherwise gain through just being nice. In her case, it's even worse than that because she was like that pretty much ever since she was young. I try to be more understanding of her, but this doesn't make her any more of a nice person to interact with. I've been lurking for a bit from car hating to psychoanalysis today. Just the usual, you know, stream, right? Keio was a greatly respected monk and at times a drunkard, lecher, and a wastrel. He even had the ability to criticize the emperor, largely thanks to being the illegitimate child of the previous emperor. I got to look into his lore. I'm quite basic when it comes to the earlier installments of the Japanese literature, so I would say Seisha Nagon is my favorite one. How are you so on point? On point with what? Skipping early classes is for playing eroge, skipping late classes is for buying kebab with buddies. Oh yeah, buying the kebab.com. Now, I already described my skipping classes scheme most of the times, right? I was using it for this like solo adventures with myself where I would just take a random tram or a bus route and follow it to the very last station and then tried to find my way back to the civilization without relying on maps, and taking some photos along the way. The river chat reminded me, have you ever had the experience of exploring the countryside and randomly coming upon a river? Plenty of times, actually. I remember how one of the times I did that, the river was actually all dried up because of the heat wave. Rather than river, it was, well, a very small stream, basically. But, well, yeah, what was I trying to say? It had a sign from the days gone by, from back when it was a bigger river. It was saying something along the lines of like, warning, there's water here, please be careful. And there was no water like at all. I was so confused. Real life roguelike? I wouldn't really call it a roguelike, but I do treat those as like sort of quests. The lore gathering quests, kind of. Pathologically mean person, those do exist though, strange and unpleasant. Yeah. I do believe that to an extent this is just the society they grew up in, shaping them, and them not being able to, like, maybe not having proper, not even the moral compass, but maybe a lot of examples of how things should be in a way to avoid that. Because we do tend to kind of like replicate a lot of the stuff we've seen through our lives. And usually if you don't have a good example before your eyes of what's good, what's not so good for you, if your inner, like this sort of a compass is not calibrated well, it's really easy to find yourself sticking to certain behaviors without even realizing you might not be right the entire time. And then also the factor of age comes in and just solidifies all of the all of your worst parts, because people do tend to become kind of like less what's the word here, less adaptable. They become more jaded and like refusing to change as they grow older. Shigeru Miyamoto loved to explore as a kid. That's what inspired Zelda 1. Well, it's really cute when the game developers include some of their passions from their childhood into the games. Like, for example, how the... Sorry, I forgot his name. The guy behind Pokemon. How he wanted to introduce the kids to the greatness of bug catching as a hobby. So he just used it as an idea for, well, Pokemon. John Pokemon, yeah, it was him. Oh, hello, Zatarka, kigenyo. I've had several such experiences in my teenage years. You take an off-road to its very end, in the middle of nowhere, and would come across some hidden away homes and riverbanks, and then get chased by dogs. Oh yeah, being chased by dogs. Being chased by dogs, my favorite part of them all. Yeah, no. It's awful. Coming across a beautiful road through a forest or a random river. It does have that fantasy JRPG location feel now that I think about it. It does, especially when there seems to be a very clear split in the atmosphere behind it too. So it literally feels as you're like shifting between two different stages of a game. That they were intentionally designed this way by somebody. sorry, Mr. Crab, I didn't mean to hit you. Yet I did. Can we not? Can we not? Oh boy. Okay, whatever. Oh, I have so many lives left. That's crazy. I've been trying to look into Kyokutei Kingdom most, the Hakkenden author. He was also the first professional author in Japanese history. I've seen several anime of his works before ages ago. Alas, his works are gigantic to the matter of longest novels in history, and English translations are especially absent. But one day, when I learned enough Japanese to work on a translation program swiftly enough for comfortable reading, I wish you the best of luck with your Japanese journey. It's really nice to have like some sort of a milestone like that in front of you. I remember how one of the reasons I started to learn Japanese was because I wanted to read Data Monogatari, and guess what? I never read that. Oh, maybe that's a sign, the fact that I remembered about it. Maybe that's a sign that I should just start it. Who knows? Keio I encountered because his works were translated to Finnish and available at the corner library where I had to spend an hour or so waiting for a doctor's appointment. So it was literally a fateful encounter for you, because you seem to have gotten so passionate about him. Ostrich plus 100! Thank you, direct your name. Thank you. Give me a moment. Will you guys say I'm becoming any better in this game? I don't think so. And my plan to stop talking kind of failed as well. These clothes are so cool. They just put the color there and the highlights and are the ones moving. Less work. And looks nice. Yeah, I am a big fan of how really cool artistic decisions are sometimes rather simple if you look into them. Night sky clouds, yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I also feel like having it move in the background even when the game is paused is also quite a nice touch, although I do not know if it was prompted by some some hardware restrictions or if it was an intentional design. Clear the game immediately if we were to stop yapping. Well, since this is the seasoned shmup enjoyer snail telling this, I am willing to believe that. Actually, maybe I should try that. Like, what if I do a fully silent run? I should probably attach some sort of a warning in the stream description or maybe in the chat. I feel positive about learning enough to... Oh my god. To conquer a target since I learned English that way. You basically come up with different milestones, the goals for yourself that motivate you to learn just enough to reach them. And as soon as that goal is cleared, you move on to another one. And this is how you naturally grow without pushing yourself too far. I suspect learning a Bakumatsu era conservative samurai leader's language is going to be a bit tougher than learning cheap paperback fantasy novel English. The hidden is with popular authors at least. And the guy behind Hakkenden must be one. There are a lot of like modern adaptations, so you could start seeking out those if you wanted to just give it a shot. It doesn't read as like, I don't know, simple English or whatever. It's more of so if I'm not behind his back... no, okay, he does start spamming those at me. Whatever. Some of them do retain some flair, but they're still more understandable to like a modern reader and do introduce some concepts. But I feel like the final goal being reading it in the original is still commendable enough, and I'm sure that with enough practice you will be able to reach it. As for the Bakumatsu era writing that I am the most interested in, there's the wait, I will look up the English translation. Yeah, whatever. Okay, in translation, it's known as Shanks Mayer. The Japanese one is Tokaido to Hizakurige by Jippensha Ikko. And it basically features the misadventures of two dudes who try to follow the famous Tokaido Road. And all of the experiences they meet on the way. Tokaido Road was basically a path connecting Endo to Kyoto back in the day. And it's kind of like, I believe it could be considered a picaresque romance, however you pronounce it. I really want to read it. Then again, maybe I should just start with reading a translation. It's not like I shouldn't reread things ever. I can do that all I want to, especially in like different languages. If it were actually clear in the game would be to use save states to practice the later stages, since as it is now you're using a lot of time to read the earlier stages, with not as much practice on more challenging parts. Well, you are right, but I want to replicate the experience of like clearing the game back in the day when I wouldn't have access to the save states. But maybe I could do that off stream, but I guess this still counts. I don't know, I will give it some thought. Maybe I should make an exception for the mob streams specifically. Because, well, the later ones are known to have the stage practice. Does Yuno look like the kind of gamer that uses save states? I mean, they're well aware of the fact that I try to avoid using them for, like, beating the games, but there is a point, right, that using it for practice is kind of, like, different, but I don't know. I will give it some thought. The code is definitely a romantic subject to me from just the Jidaigeki angle. But there's some Jidaigeki recommendations I could give. I kind of wanted to tour Japan on foot while walking the famous roads and pilgrimages like Tokaido, but that's mostly just an inconvenient romantic notion. It's so cool though! Traveling by foot is so cool, it's so fun, it's so much fun. I really love watching the vlogs of people like going on super long distant hikes between some distant cities. That's so much fun. Ah! I really wish I would be able to do something like that eventually. Snap. Did the body shrine walk and visit them all in the circus with the white staff? I grew up with Hobbit and Lord of the Rings books, so every autumn I become seized by a restless mood demanding me to go on a journey. It's funny how Lord of the Rings keeps popping up in my streams as of recent. Courtesy of me having completed the movie trilogy, and now that as well. A friend of mine recently went through a 1040 gate walk with a bamboo forest walk afterwards. It's so cool. I'm so hyped up. Well, I will be going on this vacation of mine soon, and despite it not being Japan, Japan, I do intend on walking around a lot. So, I look forward to it so much. Okay, I will try to shut up now. If anybody joins the chat and asks like, oh, why should not speak into chat, where's the chat engagement? Please make sure to rebuke and beat them up collectively or something. It feels so weird to be so silent while streaming. I'm not used to that. What? For now it doesn't seem to be working, but maybe I need the gears in my head to change. Yeah, enjoy the silence, enjoy the BGM. I think this will prove to be a successful round, y'all. I swear this one was not intentional. You should just forgot he releases this attack. Alright, another silent attempt. This one was but a warm-up. Because I'm not used to being silent on streams, right?
And what were you doing while they were...
Let me completely immerse myself. Okay. It feels weird to be silent during the first stage, but I just want to see if my performance improves at all. Nice. It's so refreshing to not talk the entire time. Maybe I should switch to being completely silent 100% of the time. During the shmup streams. It's weird to be in silence when you have an overthinking mind. I'm used to being it off stream. As I've said before, I play games silently. But on streams, I feel kind of like not tempted, but obligated to speak. Ah, heck. I went for 10 years straight. That's a lot of silence. What would I even do with that? For now, I don't see any noticeable improvements, but it does become slightly easier for me to keep up with the path. That was scary. Ah. There was supposed to be one up here, but I still don't fully understand what triggers it. Wait, that's actually nice. Oh, using these small pauses, the moments in the game allows me to take a breather, to say some sort of commentary. I guess I got to watch more YouTubers that focus on shmups to see how they handle communication with chat and focus on the gameplay. Anyway, going back to the silent mode. Stage intermission is always an opportunity for that. Indeed, and it also allows you to kind of like recharge mentally before, for example, facing a boss or a mid-boss, especially if you're more or less familiar with the game's patterns already. Yeah, my snails sure yappy. I mean, I don't really judge you guys because you're... I conditioned you to be this way. Groomed my snails to be yappy.
Keio Flying Squadron Chapter 2. Follow the river.
Because I do like chat a lot most of the time. And do my utmost best to reply to, I guess, almost every single message. White human is cute. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's okay. Fine. Okay, I still got to the next stage. So we will be restarting from it now. Read this. I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. It's just an unlucky run. It will become better eventually, I promise. So 0 lives, it's not that bad because like if I managed to survive that, I didn't manage to survive that. But we were supposed to get a live pickup at the Fitch's place. Okay, maybe now. If I switch to fast mode, no, I haven't been using it much. But maybe I will get to graze better. It doesn't really feel much different though. Does it change anyway? Huh? What killed me? I feel like I'm doing even worse because my brain is so confused that like I'm streaming and I'm supposed to be talking but I'm not talking. That means something is inherently wrong with this stream. You know when your usual routine, your usual flow gets disrupted? I think I just need to do more silent. Not silent but maybe like quiet shmup practice streams like that to get used to it. Subway Surfer's brain. Yapinyon was strongest all along. It's just because it takes time for the non-Yapinyon to adopt. She's like a new hire basically. Somebody needs to onboard her. I feel like I will bet my most powerful one. And I allow myself to swear during the quiet streams. It can go wrong. This Angel is so quiet, she must be deep in thought, so cool and mysterious. What this reminds me of. It's like these scenes in the anime where there's like an Ajosama school and there's a girl who's got her own fan club and she's like either the prince or the princess of the school, and the entire fan club is misinterpreting her behavior like so badly. And she does some silly pawn thing and all the girls around her them are like, oh, she's just so cool. If a common reset strategy could help, take a break, drink water, enjoy a sugary snack to refuel the brain. Wait, damn. It was one of the worst runs I've made so far. To stretch a little to ensure circulation to the brain, they take a moment of silence to center yourself and try again. Oh, that's actually a good idea. And I've got around 15 minutes left, which means I will get to do another run, I suppose. Yeah, let's try to make it a good one. I kind of want to. I don't know how feasible is this, but I think it would be nice if I got to make these quiet practice streams when it comes to shmups into some sort of a habit. also not being as demanding to myself to chat the entire time when I'm playing such a gameplay heavy game. Real-time gameplay, I mean. Because it uses up a lot of my processing power. Your mother says you will sleep at at midnight. Yeah, no. Got to crunch a little bit before going on a vacation. Do you feel more comfortable while yapping or being quiet? I mean, I did explain that I'm comfortable with both depending on the environment, but here it's kind of like environment and behavior mismatch, because I'm used to like actively making myself go out of my way to talk the entire time to just support this almost non-stop stream of consciousness. And I do understand that it does that my ESLness does hinder that quite a bit, but still it's something I strive to reach talking most of the time. Providing some witty commentary. I don't know, entertaining my snails to the max. You're not that ESL. I mean, I do sometimes take a lot of time to form my thoughts, and I do speak rather slowly, and I take significant pauses between words, but I guess it's better than, like, if you compare it to the scenario where I'm just like, though there are times like that as well. We're practicing for the Toho stream. I do not know if I want to play Toho on stream. Maybe someday. But I just want to play more mobs in general. There are a lot of really cool ones. Are you ESL or technically ETL? Did you learn Japanese before learning English? Nah. Japanese is my third, I guess, language. I mean, does it really matter that much when, like, after the second one? Game Tengoku waiting room. I should stream that one. It looks like something so much up my alley. Thank you, is quite well spoken. Thank you. I'm doing my best. And I will definitely give you advice about, like, emulating a practice stage environment for myself. Tengoku Crossing Mix is such a good game, I love it. Thank you. Okay, place him, that's really cool. Me is going to the Gessense in Japan. Alright, I did fumble a little, but that's fine. That's fine. Indomitable gamer spirit. I guess I do have some of that, right? Something I'm actually quite proud of. don't know the Saturn version was ever translated, but the Steam port did have a full translation. Is it like a good port? You know what I'm what I mean here? It doesn't have some weird upscale filters that completely ruin the game's look, or is it actually fine? Because, well, it would be easier for me if I didn't have to live TL it. Although shmups are not exactly known for their intricate plot or complicated writing most of the time. One disc that introduces Paul. Oh, that was really cool. By the Saturn version, I see. Modern remaster seems fine. Then I guess might as well play this one. Another one where I didn't get to play in the one up. Am I, by the way, too quiet when I'm in this power saving mode? Maybe I should bring myself closer to the mic. Whoa. I have been also wondering about the Dragon's Collar. Maybe they're using a body double for the stunts, because she's actually a highly paid actor. The Purple Dragon, I mean. It was going so well though. Well, no, it wasn't. Since I've wasted all of my lives on the first stage, yeah, no, it was not. It was not at all. Hi Slayer, Cookie Games out there doing some quiet stream practice. I'm practicing to both like perfect my skills in the game and to reassign my brain capacity, my brain's processing power, and focus more on the gameplay rather than talking. Well, the Saikyo is the other one I really want to try. Well, I do say this about pretty much every single game anyway. It will get better. I will show you all what Tuna Nightingale is made of. No matter how many streams it takes now. Unironically, I'm thinking right now that I might need to look into those like pop culture poisoned practices like mindfulness and stuff, because despite trying to be quiet, I'm not exactly present in the moment and I'm hardly observing the gameplay because there's a bunch of thoughts just plaguing me, pestering me in my skull. You know this feeling when your brain gets super itchy? I got to make the point to not to like stay away from the ground, because this is where the Tanokis are running all the time. this, more on the super fast sparse bullet side. This one is somewhere in the middle, right? Because it's not like full on the Mako. If it's faster, I noticed that it's like however counterintuitive that sounds, so it is sometimes easier to keep up with faster bullets, or for example in rhythm games, faster, whatever you call them, like the beat patterns. They have different difficulty settings. What are they called? I hope they came up with some funny names for them. I love it when games do that. One up! One up! Give it to me, give it to me. It's mine, it's mine! Upon the dragon, you or Karen will have to fight with the mecha sausage again. Mecha sausage, oh. Oja Mobile. The lowest difficulty was called Monkey. Did they call the rest of the difficulties some animal names as well? I wouldn't really call the easiest one Monkey, because I would assume that wild animals have more honed reflexes compared to the humans. We got to apologize to all the monkeys. The second easiest was child or baby, I forgot. Bumble, bumble, bumble. Monkey, monkey. This setup is rather inconvenient for this boss, because you see, I guess I just got to keep everything focused in one place. Baby, by the way, I have to play Baby Olympics. You guys do remember this one? I think it's actually a part of the Simple 2000 series. Also sounds like a cool idea for a collab, because I think you can play this in a co-op of at least 2 people.
Coming up next, Keio Flying
I guess
Squadron
if I ask Karin to play this one with me, she would agree. Actually wonder why this one doesn't get streamed that much. The Baby Olympics one, I mean. It's so much fun. And people do love the party games. Oh, this one might be perfect here actually. So powerful all of a sudden. Modern ports for other mobs tend to have a voice mode to ease you in, but I feel like they're not very... I will read it later. Damn. I can't lose the momentum. I can't. They're not very good for teaching you proper mode. Again, you have to practice on your own for those. Honestly, it's more of a pattern memorization stuff, as well as kind of like learning to navigate the stage space quickly to like come up with different decisions on spot. Though I don't know if you might have noticed, I'm not that much of a seasoned shmup player or anything. Heck. Wow, I'm just losing these lives one after another. And all of that because I just missed on the power-up I was used to the most. Yeah. It was going so well up until now, though. I think I also might need to give a shot to like different shmups because they all have a different flow. Because I feel like on the plain one that I suck at. Well, I guess I'm going to suck on all of them, but it's, the feeling of progression will still be different because those are different games. Perhaps that could give me somewhat of a confidence boost. Maybe I will pick up Sonic Wings when I return from a break, I don't know. Because I really love the character designs in this one. Latest version of Crimson Clover added an orange mode that's sort of supposed to be a medium difficulty, but its gimmick is gradual style upgrades. So you end up in this borderline Eurosmop hell. Eurosmop? Is that even a thing? Where you feel more inclined to buy shells constantly. On one hand, I do not quite like I think I do understand like from the Gradius comparison, but at the same time I'm not that experienced with the genre. But it is really like inspiring for me to see people being so observant, being able to come up with this really cool detailed judgment about things they're passionate about. I would love to maybe eventually end up the same way. Being able to not only highlight some cool moments about the game's visual design, but also about how it plays. And well, yeah. Anyway, back to the focus mode. It was going so well though. The rush map is certified derogatory term for poorly designed shmups, at least from a skill perspective. What sort is like, where does it come from? I didn't even know that there were some European shmups to begin with. Emergency harpoon, Gokigenyo. Tanago suggested you to watch a movie called Dead Town Society, and I was wondering maybe if you've seen it. I actually do have it downloaded on my PC, but the recent my recent schedule of stream was so hectic that I couldn't quite get around to watching anything alone. I suggested watching it to my friends, but they were like, "Oh, we should watch Tremors and Lord of the Rings instead." So I'm patiently waiting for the time when I will get to watch it on my own, because sorry for asking. No, why would you be sorry about that? I'm really like I love how the actress playing the main heroine looks. If anything, it's that I am sorry for, like, despite you guys giving me all those cool recommendations and me writing them down and planning to hopefully set aside some time for them, I can't quite always live up to maybe my own even expectation of watching it on time, in a timely manner. What killed me? Ah, okay. There was... I just noticed that there's a Tanuki carrying him. And now he's carrying away... Oh! I was never paying proper attention to these details. But yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't set some time aside for watching it, because I did want to. There's mobs or games like Tyrion. I think they're not bad per se, but their experimental nature does tend to push them towards more casual side, which irks many players, who of course the hardcore mob enjoyers. Maybe they can serve as a nice gateway for people playing it for the first time, assuming they dig the aesthetics. Know some Eurojunk game? Yeah, I am familiar with the term Eurojunk. It's quite popular. It's just that I was never even aware of Eurosh mobs being a thing to begin with. Games that have impeccable atmosphere and environment, but horribly optimized and very buggy. Some examples are the Stalker's game. Of course, yeah, though I do not really consider Stalker to be that junky at all. I think Joro has been playing it recently. I don't know how far she has progressed in the story though. Maybe she has beaten it already without me knowing. And I still think that she's in the middle of beating it instead. I'm now thinking about the movie recommendation. Okay, oh wait, that's not the best power-up to have here. not the power up, but like. I wonder if I will get to kill him here. Also, I wonder if he's going to be maybe less powerful if I get to defeat him here. I don't know. Probably not the case. Well, anyway. Oh, damn. Well, I guess it is getting later, so I find it harder to focus since we're slowly reaching this kind of like time limit I have set for myself in this stream. We have already reached it actually. That means if I... Oh, it's game over. Okay, I thought I had at least one more try, but I guess it is time for us to wrap up. So yeah, I will see you guys in... Oh, by the way, let me update. Is that Yuno counter? Early morning Keio stream? No. I'll see you on roughly the same time in a week. I don't know if this will be Keio, this will be Kono, this will be some other game, maybe it will be Zatsu instead. I have time to figure it out. But yeah. Thank you for watching me today. Just as I expected, I didn't get to make any progress and I didn't get to practice either, but sometimes things don't be like that. Good luck and have fun on your stale-free days. You know, you aren't supposed to call them that. I don't like the implications of your words, of your careless statement here. But yeah, thank you for keeping me company. Cute time. Cute time talking about dead cats, yeah. Let's rate Miss Humanea _ and bye guys. See you in a week or so. Will do my best. Enjoy my vacation. Good night. Have a good rest of your day.
you